Once you enter, you find these art masterpieces. Well, if it's a dentist wedding, then I totally understand how beautiful Italian towns are. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to our Italian travel vlogs. I know that you missed them, and actually I miss them too so much, so I'm back to traveling around Italy, and today I'm in Pistoia, Tuscany. I haven't been to Pistoia before, so this is the first time here. I'm pretty excited to discover this Tuscan town with you and to show you around. There are plenty of things to see, plenty of interesting stories, and also a couple of really beautiful churches. And I know that some of you are a huge fan of Italian churches, so we're gonna visit a couple of those too. And now guys, without further ado, if you're ready, let's go and discover Pistoia together with me. Duomo of Pistoia, known as Cathedral of San Zeno, is actually very peculiar. Besides being really beautiful and, you know, an example of fantastic architecture of Tuscany, inside there is a very important Christian relic that is conserved here. A few pieces of bones of St. James the Apostle. The relic was gifted to Pistoia by the Bishop of Santiago de Compostela, a famous pilgrimage site in Spain. And the connection between the two cities became so strong that pilgrims from Italy who went all the way to Santiago de Compostela used to pass by Pistoia as a part of their pilgrimage to pray here before they go on their long way. You see the importance of this connection of Pistoia and Santiago. They have this thing that celebrates the jubilee of the partnership of the two cities. You can see here the distance between Pistoia and Santiago, and also between Pistoia and Rome. And I think it indicates the importance of this story. The town hall of Pistoia, guys, is so ancient. It dates back to the 13th century, and you can clearly see it here because it's really beautiful and impressive. And wow, this is actually the example of the early Gothic style at its base, although it's very different from the more Northern Gothic style. But this is Italian Gothic, and I think it's fascinating. You know, guys, I can't really stop marveling at how beautiful Italian towns are. Wherever you go, even if it's a small town, you find these fantastic treasures on every step. We just stumbled upon this little diocesan shop that is all about St. James, known as San Jacopo here, and there is even this little kids book that is called San Jacopo Storia del legame antico fra Pistoia e Compostela, which means the history of an ancient connection between Pistoia and Compostela, the thing that I just told you about. This connection is so strong, I had no idea about it, and I think it's fascinating. You know, where's Pistoia, there's Compostela, and still it's everywhere here. Coffee breaks are my favorite in Italy because you have the best coffee, obviously, and this coffee can be accompanied by all of the nice sweets and desserts. And today I got cantucci, which are typical cookies, biscuits of Tuscany, of this region, although they're not exactly typical for Pistoia. They are more typical for Prato, another city not far from here, and I have a video from there. I will leave you a link up here if you haven't seen it, where I got the original cantucci from Prato. This will do too. They are very tasty, very good, and also soft. Although normally cantucci are not that soft, I like when they're just like this. So yeah, coffee break it is. Nice piazza, nice Italian town. What else could you wish of? Another thing that is very typical of Pistoia that I got are these small candies. Confetti, God help me. Anyway, guys, these sweets, these candies, are very traditional in Italy, and they're usually a huge part of most important events in the lives of the Italians. Whether it's a wedding or a baptism or even university graduation, people will often give these things to their guests, which I think is very sweet and cute. However, they are normally not like this. These special candies of Pistoia have spikes. They are spiky, and I think this is really very, very peculiar. You can see that all of them are like this, like spiky. I have never seen anything like this, so let's try them. Guys, they are tasty, but they are so hard to chew. They're like, I don't know, candies, but you know, like very, very hard candies. The ones I tried before at one of my friends' graduation, they were soft, and these ones are so hard. I don't know really, if you give them as a gift to your guests, say on your wedding, well, if it's a dentist wedding, then I totally understand why would you give this to your guests. Otherwise, they are so hard. Good, tasty, but incredibly hard to chew. Pistoia, guys, is also home to one of the first Italian hospitals. This is called next Ospedale del Cepo, the hospital of Pistoia, one of the main hospitals of Pistoia, once during the Middle Ages. And interestingly enough, there are still some medical offices here, although not exactly the hospital. There is the vaccination office and also the blood transfusion center. So, you know, it's interesting that besides the museum, there is also a museum, there are still these related places. I like it. Although the museum is closed today, you can book a visit to the underground of the hospital to see their underground tunnels, and obviously also visit the museum when it's open. Just don't come here on Monday. My advice to you, don't repeat my mistakes. One of the coolest things about this place, this building, even if you can't get inside, are these barreliers. They actually depict the life of the hospital, the surgeries that were made here, and how the workers here, the nurses, cared for the ill. And I think it's fascinating how you can trace the place's history thanks to the art. This street, guys, is very peculiar. It is called Via Abbi Pazienza, which literally translates as the street, please have patience. And the local urban legend says that it took its origin in the medieval times during the wars between the Guelphs and the Ghibellines, when a certain nobleman from a local family wanted to fight a man from a different family who was apparently, you know, an enemy family and all this kind of stuff. And he was waiting for his enemy here on the street, and when the first person approached, he attacked him, and then he realized that it was actually his friend. So he sighed and said, "Abbi pazienza con me, please have patience with me, please be patient with me," which gave its name to the street. One very interesting fact about Italian churches, guys. You can just be passing by a random church in a random Italian town, and it might not even look that, you know, interesting, that special from the outside, but once you enter, you find these art masterpieces inside and this beautifully decorated interior. So if you like this kind of art, if you like visiting the churches, I highly recommend you to just, you know, have a look inside. You don't lose anything anyway, because sometimes you can find the true treasures. Let's go with me, I'll show you. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me on this trip to Pistoia, on this walk around Pistoia. I honestly hope that you enjoyed this sweet little town. It's so cute, as most Tuscan, most Italian towns are, obviously, and I hope that you feel inspired to come here and see this Tuscan jewel for yourselves. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to get the notifications of all the upcoming videos. And as usual, don't forget to like, comment and share this video with your friends. Thank you guys for being here, and enjoy your day!